But as you're evolving and expanding, you will notice that all those puppet string and your attachment and your entanglement are gone. And your life, you're finally tapping into your full potential as a human being, which most people don't know what is their full potential. They think it's just externally into materialism, into your profession, success, and happiness and relationship, finding love. All of these are wonderful and they're there. But tapping truly in who you are is experiencing your true divine presence. And that is the gift. So don't give up. Don't run away, because when you're about to run away, this is where you're going to have the most phenomenal breakthrough. I hear this so often by followers. How long does a spiritual awakening last? And why do I want to run away and quit? And what's next? So in this episode, we're going to look at this. And stay tuned, because you might discover something new and trigger some insight and revelation inside of you, beloved. So spiritual awakening is just a process of dissolution. You are dissolving all that karmic structure. So it depends on each individual. Each individual is unique, depending on your receptivity, on your openness, your vulnerability, depending if you're walking the spiritual path and doing sadhana, spiritual practices, especially pranayama, meditation, hatha yoga, nidra yoga, kriya yoga. So many forms where it's modeling your energy, you becoming a master of your energy. And most importantly, you cannot master anything if you haven't mastered your conscious breath. So spiritual awakening is from untruth to truth, darkness to light, ignorance from enlightenment. And that is the whole spiritual journey. So it can take a whole lifetime. It depends on the individual. Now, why do I want to run away? I hear that. I want to run away. Well, beloved, the running away of wanting to disappear and not face what you have to face, it's a natural occurrence when you are in the process of unfreezing. It's just, and pay attention to this, because this will be a revelation for you, and most people don't know that. And it happened with this one so many times, is when you're facing a big boundary, a limitation, because it's always, enlightenment is about breaking through your limitation, expanding your boundaries of ignorance. From ignorance to enlightenment. Remember, from untruth to truth, from darkness to light. So as you are on a spiritual journey, you are constantly facing your boundaries, facing limitation. So that's when you want to run away. That's exactly when you need to persevere, because that means you're facing probably one of your biggest breakthrough where you can set yourself free. Don't you want that? So don't come and tell your mind, no, I can't do that, I'm running away. I know the pain, and I know the suffering, and I know the impulse, that compulsion of wanting to run away. This happened to this one, so many decades ago. Way back when I was with Guru Dev, and when I was initiated into Kriya, and I had past life vision, and I haven't talked about that in previous episode, because that's an experience that could happen too, and that could happen next for you. What's next? We'll discuss that in a moment. But I remember I saw faces of Indian faces, and they were very distinguishable faces. And I was hyperventilating and screaming and sobbing. And I wanted to run away before. And the process went on several times where we had to do this kriya. And I was running all over the yoga center in India, and I did not want to do it, and I wanted to run away, and I was deep inside of me said, I'm not going to stay on the spiritual path, this is crazy. But the most beautiful thing happened when I went through it and I saw the vision. It was just purification of karmas. So beloved, it could happen to you. And then I saw, after I went for hours of intense mourning and grieving and not knowing what it was, then my spiritual master appeared in my third eye, and I saw myself dancing with him. And I went in complete ecstasy. And I experienced my Siddha Satchit Kriyananda, which all of you have it, beloved. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means absolute truth. Chit, omnipotent, omnipresent. And Ananda, consciousness, omnipotent consciousness, never changing, permanent. And Ananda, not something that you experience from external object, but it's internal, from your own true nature. And I was in complete ecstasy. So you see, a breakthrough. When you want to run away, tell yourself, I'm going through a major breakthrough. And you are liberating yourself, you setting yourself free. So what's next? What's next is pure bliss, happiness, a sense of equanimity. After such a load of karma has gone through, you become an instrument of grace. You could, or you can go even deeper, go in certain state of samadhi. If you haven't watched that video yet, watch it. The 3 different mystical occurrences of the spiritual process and growth and journey. And you could go into certain state of samadhi, you could experience certain spontaneous kriya as your kundalini is ascending. But as you're evolving and expanding, you will notice that all those puppet string and your attachment and your entanglement are gone. And your life, you're finally tapping into your full potential as a human being, which most people don't know what is their full potential. They think it's just externally into materialism, into your profession, success, and happiness and relationship, finding love. All of this are wonderful and they're there, but tapping truly in who you are is experiencing your true divine presence, and that is the gift. So don't give up, don't run away, because when you're about to run away, this is where you're going to have the most phenomenal breakthrough. I can guarantee that, because it's the nature of the spiritual path, the nature of the spiritual journey. But this is where you need help, you need guidance, you need direction, you need support. So I'm here for you, beloved. And write down your comment. If you have any question, feel free to reach out or write your question here below. And what's next is really experiencing your true nature as our created intended to us. Because enlightenment is right here. It's just getting rid of garbage. It's like a beautiful lotus that is unfolding. Each lotus will unfold gradually, naturally, on their own accord, depending on the condition, beloved. And the condition, like the right amount of sunlight, the right amount of the right soil, the rich soil, the right amount of water, too much water, or not enough mud, because remember, a lotus grows in the mud. It takes mud to make a lotus. And that unfoldment will vary from individual to individual. And having the support and the guidance, the proper guidance, and the proper tool, the proper meditation, makes the whole difference to accelerate and be successful on the path. And so like a lotus also, in the right amount of protection, you know, from the element. If there is too much wind, or if it's freezing, it's snowing, the lotus will die, will look like it's dying. So everyone is unique. I can see through some of my followers where the energy is. You can accelerate that process, and remember, everyone is unique. Everyone, you can never compare yourself from another person, because that's poison. And if you do that, you're only drinking the poison. So don't compare yourself. Everyone is different, and within you being, just be in a state of surrender. It's just allowing grace to flow and putting away the resistance. And what's next is so beautiful. Ease, happiness, equanimity, bliss, and joy. And most important, for you through Sincere Seeker, you can experience not only other state of other dimension of physicality and samadhi and mystical experiences, but in the yogic tradition we say to be liberated from the cycle of samsara, from pain and suffering, to never reincarnate again in this physical realm. And that's called mukti, liberation. And that's what a true sincere seeker always wants, is Maha Samadhi. Maha means great. Samadhi is to be merging with the source. And all the yogi, the Siddha, the Maharishi, many have gone into Mahasamadhi, and that is a subject for another video. If you would love to hear more on that subject, write it down in the comment. And if you have questions, feel free, and you know where to reach out. Devi Ma, I'm here for you.